Yo guys, what's happening? Robert Warshack here, and we're going to be doing a full set card review. We just finished up the theory crafting event, which allowed us to play with a lot of these new Sunken City cards ahead of time. We got about 6 hours of gameplay. We played a variety of different decks and tested out a lot of new brews. We had a lot of fun with it. I'm sure you've seen some of those videos. With that, now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and talk about each and every class, all the cards coming out, the synergies that we saw, and we're going to go ahead and figure out if some of these cards are good and some of them are bad. With that, we're going to start with Hunter, the first one being the Conch Shell. I said Conch Shell instead of Conch Call. 3 mana draw, Naga draw a spell. This was really good in Quest Hunter. It was just really good. They don't really run Howl because Howl requires no cards to be in the hand. And there's just some Hunter cards that you want to play at particular times, especially when if you're like running Professor. Or like you just have like minion targetables or only face targetables or whatever. So this just seemed really good in general. 3 mana draw 2 and it counts as a spell. So good card in Quest Hunter. Harpoon Gun, 3 mana 3/2. After your hero attacks Dredge, if it's a beast, reduce its cost by 2. It was really good. We saw it played in this Beast Hunter, like a Saber Beast Hunter. We actually lost to that deck twice during the stream. So Beast Druid, mid-range Beast Druid, or Saber Druid, whether or not it's good or not, this card is good for that deck, like 100%. Like a 3 mana 3/2 weapon's not great, but being able to know your next draw, and then if you're running obviously a beast deck because this card's in your deck, like reducing that cost by 2 is huge. Like this is so good. Like it's so good. Urchin Spines, 1 mana, your spells this turn are poisonous. I didn't see this at all. I'm sure it's, if you go like, is pouch rotating? If pouch isn't rotating, you can use this like on 2 to get this, and then like do like multi-shot type things. Like there's that new 1 mana barbed net. So hey, but yeah, this doesn't seem that great. You just run other things in like Quest Hunter or Beast Hunter. The Colossal Hydra for Hunter is super good. So the 2 first heads that come out, they're 3/3s, right? And are there 3/1s, and they attack and they have rush, so you can do like 6 damage to something split between 2 bodies, and then each one of those summons 2 more. But I keep those in mind, or keep that in mind, that the heads that come out of the heads don't have rush. Just the original 2 have rush, and a lot of streamers fell to the same fate that I did when I thought they all had rush, which would just be absolutely broken, right? Like that would be insane. So this card seemed good. By the end of it, you have 4 3/1s, and then this guy, and then you've dealt 6 damage to something, and this guy's a 5/5. So it was just really good. Naga Pride, 3 mana, summon 2/2 Lionfish. If you played a Naga while holding this, give them 1/1. So a 3 mana 6/6. This reminds me a lot about the secret that would, if you have a secret out, summon a 3/3. So, and then if you have like a turn 1 or a turn 2 Naga, like it's just a lot of tempo. Like obviously you want to get the +1s, but like where do you, like, you don't play this in Quest Hunter. I guess maybe you could do like a Naga Hunter without Quest and just go for like tempo and damage. Maybe that's a build that you could do, and this is that like spot. Dude, stop licking my ankle. But yeah, this is a good card if like there's enough Naga support for Hunter. Saber. So this is the deck I was talking about with the beast. So it's a 4 mana 3/3 rush death rattle. Put a Sunken Saber to the bottom of your deck, and the Sunken Saber is a 4 mana 3/3 rush death rattle. Summon a beast from your deck. So you do like stuff like the what is it called? The 2 mana 1/3 discover a beast, and then you get the Saber, and the Saber summons the Saber, and the Saber makes more Sabers, and then all of a sudden there's like you don't even understand how there's so many Sabers on the board. And I believe it was Ridiculous Hat who played against me when he was playing that deck, and it was kind of nasty. I also can see that we have 0 KBS right now, and the internet has completely dropped. So I will casually wait for it to come back up. Emergency Maneuvers, 2 mana new secret for Hunter. Friendly minions die, summon a copy of it. It's dormant for 1 turn. It seemed all right. You can use this to target some bigger minions. Who wants to shoot that idiot? Who wants to shoot both those idiots? What mod is going to be the first one? Boom! Dyslexian's at it. Boom, Dyslexian got both those idiots. Get out of the chat. Yeah, you can play this in like a big beast hunter, and I think it's pretty good. And then it says when a friendly minion dies, and it can die in any way, right? Who wants to ban that idiot? Wow, there's a lot of idiots in chat tonight. Jeez. Okay. The fact that when a friendly minion dies, it just has to die, and it doesn't have to die in a particular way. I think this is pretty good in any sort of big beast hunter. I feel bad because that person, I actually looked at their chat history, and they were a normal person, but then, like, they just typed that. And then I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what happened. They were a normal person, and then they just, like, spat out, like, whatever the fuck that was, and then they whipped out the snowflakes thing. Like, if they would have just said, oh shit, my bad, I would have been cool. But then they insulted chat. Oh well. Barb Nets, 1 mana, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If you played a Naga while holding this, choose a second target. This was really good. This was really good in Quest Hunter. Like, really, really, really good. Especially with the card that doubled up a spell. That's why I hesitated. I don't know. Like, it was normal, and then, like, you just, I don't know. Like, the second the chat got a little bit like, you know, we should ban these people for spouting garbage. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that person just, I don't have an idea. Maybe they whisper somebody and they get unbanned one day. I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's just say that that was a lot of we're moving on. Nas Jam. 2 mana, 2/3 Naga. After you cast a spell, do damage equal to its cost to the enemy hero. While I did not see this played in any of the Naga hunters that I played against, I still think this was obviously in their decks, and it's still very, very good, right? Like, no matter when you play this, if you tempo this and it stays on the board, you win. And if you just play this in the late game, you win too. It's just one of those cards, if left unchecked, you win. And any card that, in my opinion, costs less than 4 mana, if left unchecked, you win, is a good card. So, this card was insane. So 4 mana, 4/4 Naga, Battle Cry. If you cast a spell while holding this, your next spell cast twice. So there's some Nagas that require you to play other Nagas. There's some that require a certain amount of spells. This one is just if you cast a spell, like a singular spell. Spell Hunter that's giga easy, like stupid easy. And being able to cast your next spell twice, nuts. Especially if you're playing the new Ashara lady, which we have a clip where we play her, and then we play the Queen Ashara, and then she gives us a treasure, and then because this doesn't signify it needs to be in the same turn, it's just in the future, we get double treasures, and then we got the double Colossus, and then we pick the ring in the Colossus because there's no pick to pick double horn, and then we get 2 Colossuses for 5 mana. So this card's kind of nuts. This card is kind of nuts, and that's all of the hunter cards. They're pretty good. We're moving on to Demon Hunter, but first, before that, let's pour ourselves another drink, gentlemen. So Tony today helped me build the desk and like just overall like put together the room and whatnot. So I treated him to Bolé for lunch, and it was very tasty. So I have Bolé to eat later, which I'm very excited about. 2 shots of vodka, 2 shots of bourbon. I'm almost out of bourbon. I literally have almost no bourbon left, so we're in trouble, chat. We're in trouble. Predation. 3 mana, deal 3 damage, cost 0 if you played a Naga while holding this. I didn't see this played at all. Honestly, I don't think a single person played Demon Hunter besides like me. I can't think of anybody who played Demon Hunter. I played Big Demon Hunter for like 4 games. We won 3 of the 4, and then like that was it. Excuse me, are you drunk off the well? I think you've had enough to drink, Rob. What did I do? Did I do something? Predation? Predation? Predator? What's the name of the card? Don't listen to them, drink more. I don't know what I said. It's a good card. Fuck you guys. Bone Glove. Boodle Cry. Druid. Seems alright. There's not much. 10 damage for 5 mana. I like how Highland's serious about this. I specifically said everything in that sentence wrong. It's always good to see who doesn't come around here often. Real colors show when Rob goes Rob. We've got the Glove Shark. It's a 4 mana 4/3 beast, battle crew. If your hero has attacked this turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. This card's really good. Lies, sir. I'm at a 12-month sub. I didn't say you. Why are you getting all defensive? I'm just... All I said was words. You're getting a little defensive there. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. The shark's good. I'm just kidding, Highland. I know you're around, bro. I'm done. Dude, I know you come around all the time, homie. I'm giving you a hard time. But seriously, the shark's good. Ride him if you can. Abyssal Depths. 4 mana. Draw your 2 lowest cards. Minions. Which are technically cards, but specifically minions. And it's a shadow card. It seems a little pricey. I'm not going to lie. 4 mana to draw 2 cards. The thing is... This is obviously some sort of like combo. There's going to be a deck that runs this and then it's going to find certain cards and those certain cards are going to like do a combo thing. You know what I mean? Like, so you like Abyssal Depths to make sure you get your new lady card. And the 3 mana 2/4 lady. And like you just like pump out a ton of damage. I'm not saying that's the combo, but I'm saying obviously this is hunting for combo pieces because normally drawing 2 cards is priced at like 2 to 3 mana. Not 4. So this is obviously in preparation for something that this would probably be good with. Which happy wisp noises. Wayward Sage. Draco is hyping this card up a lot. 2 mana 2/2 Naga Outcast. Reduce the cost of the left and rightmost cards in your hand by 1. So it's just a big tempo play. Huge tempo play, right? Like, it's a 2 mana, and you get 4 mana's worth of stuff. Because it's a 2 mana 2/2, it's a Naga, so it synergizes, and then it reduces stuff, so... seems good. It's because D-Money won't mod me. Bro, D-Money wouldn't mod me. He wouldn't even make me VIP, and he didn't invite me to his song. D-Money be real stingy lately, chat. D-Money be real stingy. I'm trying to get this guy to play a free game with me. He's like, bro, I can't afford it. What do you mean you can't afford it? It's free. He literally told me he couldn't afford to play it. I'm like, brother, this game is free. In his song, I feel targeted. What do you mean you feel targeted? At least you made it to the song. I didn't even make it to the song. I said, bro, can I have 5 to 10 seconds? He said, no. He said, it's my song. I said, yeah, but like, you have other people helping you. Like, last time, me and Nikki recorded it. You didn't even know what you were gonna do. We were your photography and choreographers. You literally showed up there with King T-Bell, looked at us and said, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's literally what he said. He goes, yeah, you wanna record a music video with us? I said, sure, Dan. He goes, we're gonna go to a park. I go, which park? He goes, I don't know. That was the first music. And then we get there, we get out of the car. I go, all right, Dan, what are we gonna do? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I don't know. I go, what do you mean you don't know? How are you recording this? He goes, I guess my phone. I said, do you have a light? He goes, no. I said, do you have scripts for any of us so we know the music? He goes, no. I said, do you know where you like what you want to do? No. I said, damn, Dan, you really using us right now. Yo, 6 mana 2/6 Naga Battle Cry and Taunt. If you've cast 3 spells while holding this, summon 2 copies. Seems good. Especially if you can like discount this guy, right? So if you like Skull and Gul'dan into this guy, or you like somehow buff him, because it says summon 2 copies, which is huge. We get in the true Hollywood story right now. Now, Rob, remember, this already has Taunt. All right. Yeah, we actually had that juicy win against No Hands, but I really messed up, eh? I really messed up. No more Skull? They'll just print another one, dude. But yeah, Mossy Horror smiles upon the Coil Scar Commander. Lady! Dude, she was so good. I don't know why you wouldn't play this card. The only thing that would make her more busted is if she had Rush. Like, if this card had Rush, it would be like one of the best Demon Hunter cards ever. But even though she doesn't have Rush, she was still really, really good. She was really, really good when we played her. So, very solid card, guys. Ash ran 4 mana 5. I actually had no idea this card existed. Rush, Death Rattle, put a Sunken Defector into the bottom of your deck. And this guy is a 4 mana 5/3 charge. After this attack, deal 5 damage to a random enemy minion. Not random enemy, so this cannot go face. Death Rattle DH though. Like, this is really good for Death Rattle DH, right? I feel like my my cam is like taking up kind of like where the card is, but that's all right. It can attack face with charge though. It does. Yeah, it upgrades from rush to charge. You're exactly right. So it can go face. Seems good. Death Rattle DH. I mean, it's a very good support card for it. Like, really good. And it's 4 mana too, right? Where the fuck to go? It's 4 mana, right? So that the 3 mana 3/3 guy can pull this, and the 3 mana 3/3 guy can pull this. So it's not like the 5 mana is the awkward spot. 4 mana is the sweet spot. 3 to 4 mana is the sweet spot for Death Rattle DH. Multi-strike, really good card. 1 mana, give your hero +2 attack this turn. They may attack additional enemy minion. And it's a fell card. What's cool about this is you get the extra upgrade on your hero. So it gives it that extra attack, which means you can pump up the minions that come out of it. Also, if you have a lifesteal weapon and you would like to heal some more, so you have like the glaives out, right? And you need to get that extra heal in. You do this Fury, hit twice, and then all of a sudden you've gained like 10 plus life, and you kill like, you know, 2/1s or 1/1s if you're playing against like an aggro deck. And that's just really, really good healing, right? So multi-strike, very good. So the Abyss, the Dh Colossus, it seemed okay. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty underwhelmed with this guy because I thought that his body at the start of your turn increases the damage of the stalks by 1. I thought that was a stacking buff on him, but he buffs the individual stalks, right? So if you copy this guy with like a faceless manipulator, he only at the end of the turn buffs the stalks by 1. It's not like buffs them by 1, they go to 2, then buffs them by 2, goes to, you know what I mean? It doesn't stack the way I thought it did. And also because it's not on this guy, if the stalks die and you summon a new one, but the bodies live, they still only do 1. The stalks have to actually live. He's just the one that buffs them each and every turn. But yeah, I thought this guy actually held the buffs himself in regards to like buffing the stalks. But he seemed okay. He just didn't seem like great, right? But I did think he was okay. If the stalks live like 1 or 2 turns, you obviously win. But that's a lot to ask for, in my opinion. That just seems like a lot. But he will be very good. Like the 7 mana spot right now is just filled with colossals, right? So anything that's going to be able to like call, what is it, the Shaman quest card where it's like Call of Awakening or some shit, and it's like however many times you overloaded, summon a minion of that cost. Now using that on 7 is like really good because you get to discover a minion, and that minion's going to be a Colossus most of the time, just because of the 7 mana pool and how many colossal minions there are, right? So it just seems really good. Yeah, I kind of just put all that into my head together, Dyslexian. I'm like trying to think of ways of how you can make specifically 7 manas, and the quest Shaman, that card for overloading, seems like it'd be really easy. All right, Demon Hunter is done. Druid is next. Green Thumb Gardener. You get a 6 mana 5/5 Naga here for you, folks. It's Battle Cry, Refresh, and Empty Mana Crystals equal to the cost of the most expensive spell in your hand. So obviously some sort of big Naga Druid. Did not see this card played. Did not theory crafting at all. Stats not great. But if you play like, you know, a 3 or 4 mana card, play this guy, and you've got an 8 to 10 mana card in your hand, this guy is free. So on turn 6, this guy is he's a 0 mana 5/5 on turn 6. So this is like a fair Druid card, right? Because you don't get to play this earlier than, because you need to have the mana crystals. You can't ramp, you can't like bloom or like skip the mana and then play this and get back all the mana you don't have. This specifically is used with mana that you already have, right? So this seems like a fair Druid card, to be honest, because it can only be done when you have 6 mana or more. This guy was really good, chat. This guy was really good. 1 mana 4/4 Naga. Rush starts dormant after you cast 5 mana where the spells awaken. Him having Rush was huge. Him having Rush was huge because I don't really, if in the Druid decks, especially like Spell Druid or like Naga, I was playing this guy in a Naga Quest Guff Druid. And I don't need him to do anything early on if I don't need him to, right? But if I'm playing against an aggro deck, then I will be more likely to use these spells earlier to like proc him, get that rush, and clear off minions, right? So if I have the time, I'm gonna ramp. This guy can proc on 3 or 4, but if I need to get it done quickly, 2 or 3 is when I normally get this guy out and do the rush thing. And he's gonna kill at least 1 or 2 minions in the early game. So this guy was like really, really, really good. Got a bounce, Rob. Thanks for all the good work the past 2 days. Yo, have a good evening. You're good, dude. You could say Rob with 2 B's. I know what you're saying. As long as you don't call me Bob. I fucking hate that. Bottom feeder. So this is like the new Pogo rogue, right? So it's a 1 mana 1/3 beast death rattle. Add a bottom feeder to the bottom of your deck, and then you give it +2/+2. So obviously with the new dredge mechanic and the ability to pull from the bottom of the deck, you also have a 0 mana card, which is going to synergize with this when we get to it in a little bit. It's going to be really, really good. So bottom feeder's kind of like the meme Pogo. It's basically Pogo Druid. It's basically Pogo Druid. This is the 0 mana card I was talking about. So 0 mana aquatic form dredge. If you've got the mana to play the card this turn, you draw it. So being able to put the bottom feeder at the bottom, you aquatic form, you get it back, you draw the card because it costs 1 mana. Most of the time you'll have at least 1 mana. You'll play that card, you put another one at the bottom of the deck, and you know, yada yada yada. And with aquatic form costing 0 mana, it's very, very easy to weave in, it's very easy to play, and it's not too terrible to generate. The Gardens. 1 mana, give all minions in your hand +1/+1. Put a Sunken Gardens to the bottom of your deck. And the Sunken Gardens is a give +1/+1 to all minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. So it's basically a full buff to the deck. Very similar to like Prince. I mean, dude, this looks like it'd be kind of crazy, to be honest. I didn't see this played, but like aggro Druid, if you play this early and then you dredge up and then you Sunken Gardens, everything getting like +2, dude. Like, especially with aquatic form. So you can play Gardens, go coin, go aquatic form, get Gardens, and then everything in your hand has +2/+2. Everything in your deck has +1/+1. Like, that's really good. Gardens plus aquatic form, or any really dredging card, is good. 5 mana flippers and friends. Choose one. Summon a 6/6 Orca with taunt, or 6 1/1 otters with rush. This is the cute card, right? This is definitely a cute card. I don't know how good this card is, but it has a choose one effect, right? And it says summon the Orca first. And this is important because of Fandral. So if you had Fandral on the board and you summon this, it doesn't summon the otters first and then the Orca last. It summons the Orca first and then the otters last, meaning that you only miss out on 1/1 otter if you have Fandral out. So this actually, how this was worded was really important for that particular combo. And that's a combo that you can do with Fandral being 4 mana and this being 5. It's only a 9 mana combo, so. Miracle Growth, 7 mana, nature card, draw 3 cards, summon a plant with taunt and stats equal to your hand size. Seems good. We were talking about the big spell, big Druid card with the Naga earlier. We have a lot of synergy there. We're also losing out on a lot of the Druid draw, looking at stuff like Fungal Fortunes and things of that nature. So Miracle Growth, little bit more expensive for the draw 3, but we're pricing in the cost of draw, which is good. Drawing cards is very expensive, as it should be, because you're drawing cards. So I'm glad that they're pricing draw and summon a minion pretty competitively, or not competitively, but like realistically, I should suppose, not power crept. Yo, we actually pulled this card in the pre-pack opening. 7 mana, 4/5. Stats are terrible. She's a Naga, but her effect is incredibly powerful. Battle cry for each spell you've cast while holding this. Summon a minion of that spell's cost. If we've noticed, look, what is this? What is this? Miracle Growth costs 7 mana. What else costs 7 mana? A lot of the Colossuses. If you play 2 Miracle Growths and you play her, more likely than not, you're going to pull a Colossal, which is going to fill up the board. So, I'm just saying, the mana cost of these cards is a big deal when they're a Colossi. I'm just saying, the Colossals being randomly generated is bad. Look at how cute he's being. You good boy. Look at that. Look at that chunks. Coiler 7 mana, 6/5 beast, colossal, +1, immune while you control the Colossal block shell. The Colossal block shell, 5 mana, 0/8 beast, taunt, death rattle, gain 8 armor. Seems bad. Didn't see this guy played once. I don't even think we generated this guy at all either. We played like Lady Ashera, whatever her name was, a shit ton of times and created a lot of Colossals, and this wasn't created once. Yeah, seems kind of underwhelming. One of the weaker, I guess, Colossals. Very defensive, not terrible. But, I mean, he's not a Hydra dick. You know? He's not a Hydra dick. I like how I said I was gonna... Oh, we already did Hunter. We already did Hunter. Look at me. We're on a roll. Good flavor text. It's all about efficiency. All right, we got 3 mana mage card here. Draw a mech, reduce cards and mechs in your hand by 1. This card was nuts. This card was straight crazy, to be honest. With like Mecha Shark in the picture and like a decent amount of 1 and 2 mana mechs, this card allows you to combo with Mecha Shark like really, really well. And we played for like 6 hours, and almost every single mech pig mage game that we had played, we did 10 plus damage with Mecha Shark easy. I mean, the games that we posted on YouTube, it did really well. So Seafloor Gateway, even though it only draws 1 card, the reduce is what's huge about this, right? 2 mana, 3/2 mech, battle cry dredge. If it's mech, draw it. This is insane because of the Seafloor Sweeper or whatever his name is. So you play the 3 mana card, 3/4, you put it at the bottom of your deck, then you play this guy, and you get the 3 mana, or you get the 3 mana, 3/4, add 3 mechs to your hand, and it's just like super value for free. And if you're running obviously a mech mage deck, you run quite a few mechs, right? So like even if you don't hit that card, this is still a good on turn 2 play. It's a 2 mana, 3/2, pretty much draw a card, and it's a mech, so this card's insane. Siren. So at first I saw this and I was like, how good could this card be, right? I was like, how many combos could we possibly do in 1 turn? And it costs 4 mana and it's like 2/5, so it doesn't like do a ton of damage, right? This card's nuts. Almost every time someone played this against me, they were able to play like 10 plus mana's worth of stuff, fill up their board, kill all my stuff, and do damage. Especially if they have 2 of these guys out, it's insane. Also, in combination with the other like 2 mana Naga card, which we'll get to, it's really good because you play, there's like a 2 mana 3/2 Naga that gets a spell. So when this is after you play a Naga, then refresh the mana cost, so then switch the spell, the card in itself is going to generate you 4 mana. Because it's a Naga, and then you discover the spell that you need, and then when you play it, you get 2 more mana too. So it's just like these cards in tandem, very, very good. I underrated them very heavily. 2 mana Volcanimacy. Choose a minion when it dies, deal 3 damage to all your minions. It's a control mage card. You just put this on a minion, kill the minion, blows up, good stuff. Commander, this seemed really good. Whether you're playing it in like a Naga ping mage, whether you're playing it in a Naga like tempo mage, being able to use this on First Flames or Runed Orbs or Fireballs or whatever the case may be, this card was really good. Really good. So. Mega Shark, we kind of went over that when we were talking about the discounts from the Seafloor Gateway. This card is actually insane. It is a 3-mana 4/3 mech, so stat-wise, it's super competitive. And then after you summon a mech, you deal 3 damage randomly split among all enemies. It goes face. It just doesn't hit minions, too. So, like, it hits minions and face, and we did so much damage with this card. So much. Gifts. 2-mana arcane spell, draw a card. If you played a Naga while holding this, you do it again. So it's a 2-mana draw 2. Again, you always play this in a Naga deck. Just seems good. This guy. So I kind of underrated this guy a little bit. I didn't think he was going to be that good, but every time I drew him, he kind of just won me the game. Between having the drill bits come out and have rush, so his drills are 2/3s with rush, and when they attack, after a friendly mech attacks, deal 1 damage to all enemies, not just one enemy and not just 2 minions, everything. So they're minions and face. And if you've got 2 or 3 minions out and you can send those face, it's 3 damage to everything on their board state plus the 2 rushers that come out. So it's basically like if you have 3 minions out, it's a built-in flame strike to their board and 5 extra damage face. And if he sticks, it's really good. So this card was surprisingly powerful and very good. Closed out a lot of games that we played. Here's the sweeper I was talking about. He's a 3-mana 3/4 mech. Battlecry, put a Sunken Sweeper at the bottom of your deck. And then, like we said, the Sunken Sweeper added 3 mechs to your hand. There's kind of a lot of shitty mechs you could get, to be honest. Like, we got, like, Sheep a couple times. There was we got kind of screwed on some of the mechs that we had generated, right? But more times than not, you're gonna get Mecha Sharks. You're gonna get some of the you can get a lot of the good stuff, right? So this guy's just like really high value. We like this card a lot. I ended up running, I think I ended with 2 of these guys, and I took out the 6-mana 5/4 summon 2 3-mana mechs. Yeah, this card was really good. Again, high value. Anytime we can make more Mecha Sharks is really good. All right, so we have the Spell Coiler, 2-mana 2/3. This was the card that I was talking about earlier that's really, really, really powerful with the Siren. So a lot of people use that combo against us because this counts as the Naga. It's 2 mana, so they get the 2 mana back. So this card's basically free. And then they get to discover a spell, and that spell's basically free because when they play it, they just get 2 mana back, and they already got 2 mana back because they played Coiler. So as long as they have at least, they either get a spell that costs 2 mana or less, or if they have any excess mana after the Coiler, I mean, they just pop off, right? So I undervalued this card a lot at first, but now in tandem with the other card, like I said, is really, really, really good. 1 mana, restore 2 health, repeatable this turn only. So can you chart, like, I didn't see this card played, but can you target anything with this? Can you just use this on Wild Pyromancer and clear the board? Because Wild Pyromancer's back, right? So like, you just like use this on Pyromancer and you just like kill everything. You heal your face, you heal Pyromancer, you heal your face, you heal Pyromancer, and then everything else dies. So, seems like really good. Bubble Boy, 4-mana 4/4 mech, Battlecry, give your other mechs Divine Shield and Taunt. So, looks underwhelming, right? You're like, wow, this card's like, whatever, you give other shit Divine Shield. No, this card was insane. We played it, we lost to this Mech Paladin deck like every time we played against it. There was so much synergy with Mech Paladin that we just could not keep up, including this card. So this was just really good stuff coming out of the Mech Paladin. And while this does, again, it doesn't look that overwhelming, right? Dude, this card was nuts. This card was nuts. The Mooncatcher, 3-mana 4/2 mech, Divine Shield, Battlecry, put another Sunken Mooncatcher on the bottom of your deck, and that one basically, it's the same thing as this, but it summons a copy of itself. So you basically get 2 4/2s Divine Shield when you get the one at the bottom. Paladin does have a decent amount of dredging effects. It has one of the best called Radar Detector, and we'll get into that shortly. And that's pretty much what makes this card really good, is that you're going to be able to Radar Detector, you're going to be able to use the Leviathan. There's quite a few things that get that card out early, and even on turn 4, 5, and even 6, summoning 2 minions that are both 4/2s with Divine Shield being the key part there, just makes it really good. The Leviathan, we played this quite a few times because we got to add out of the horn, and this card's nuts. This card's really good. 7 mana, 4/5 mech, Colossal +1. Rush Divine Shield after it attacks, you get in Dredge. And then the Claw is a Rush Divine Shield after this attack, draw a card, and it's a 4/2. So you can Dredge and then draw, but even in the podcast, I didn't think about this. Draco mentioned drawing and then dredging. So you actually can see what card you get first and then dredge for the card you're gonna need. I didn't even think of doing it in reverse. You would just assume dredge then draw. But Draco he was saying the other way, and it just seemed like even better. So a lot to think about there with that card. It seems really cool. Here's Radar Detector. Pretty much the reason you run the Mech Paladin, and that's going to be the 2 mana, scan the bottom 5 cards of your deck, draw any mechs found this way, then shuffle your deck. So again, we have a lot of dredge effects. We got a lot of shit to put at the bottom of your deck. You Radar Detector them back up to the surface, and for 2 mana, bro, if you even hit 2 mechs, it's worth it, because those mechs are going to be enhanced because they're at the bottom and you put them there on purpose. So seems good. Seems really good. This card just seems so stupid. I don't even know what they were doing with this card. 7 mana, immortalized in stone. Summon a 1/2, a 2/4, and a 4/8 elemental with taunt, and it's a holy spell. Like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand why this card is in the game. What purpose it's serving other than just existing. Like, why? Like, what? This isn't an exciting holy card. This isn't fun. This isn't cool. Like, like, I don't know, man. Like, this is so boring to me. Yeah, but they could have just made a different holy card that isn't boring. Yeah, there's a card that, yeah, you guys are talking about also this card I don't understand. 2 mana, 2/2 mech, Battlecry, Dredge. If it's a minion, give it this minion's attack and health. So like, what, you want to buff this card? Like, I don't understand this at all. Like, this just seems like a fucking garbage card to me. Like, why would you want to give a minion at the bottom of your deck a 2/2 worth of stats? Like, why? Unless this card gets buffed. But it's a battle cry, so it's not like you buff this card, then it does the effect. It does it immediately upon playing. And what if you what if it's like your Leviathan? Why would you want to make your Leviathan a 2/2? Like, it just seems, this card seems so bad. I just must not understand it. Yeah, so you guys are talking about this one. Guardian's Grace. Give a minion +5/+5, Divine Shield, costs 1 less for each mana you spend on holy spells this game. So I get it. Doesn't it add 2/2/2? It says give it. Oh, so it just adds it? Oh, I thought it gives it to it. So it's like the other card becomes a 2/2. Oh, okay. So it just gives it, so it's a 2 mana 2/2, give a minion +2/+2. Okay, all right, this card's, it makes sense now. I knew I was missing something. I thought it gives it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it like makes it. Yeah. All right, then I understand this card. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it buffs it +2/+2. It seems okay. You don't draw with it, I guess, which would make this card busted. But yeah, okay. Yeah, Guardian's Grace. I understand the whole bad wording. Yeah, I honestly, I did not. I didn't understand it, but you guys helped me, so it's okay. But yeah, the Guardian's Grace, this thing just seems annoying, right? Like, I don't. Why do we have the stone thing? Like, we could have just print cooler holy cards, right? Like, I feel like there was room for cool holy cards, and then they printed like the stone thing and then this. Not a fan. Just not a fan. It's literally play the green card, go. 2 mana 2/3 after you cast a holy spell on this, cast it again on another friendly minion. This is another 2 mana card that needs to be dealt with. If it's not dealt with, you win the game. So this just seems really good. Like, why would you not play this card? You know? If you're playing a holy buff paladin deck, you play this card. The only thing that would make this card even more insane is if it had the Naga tag on it, or if it had a mech tag on it. And it obviously has neither one of those, but it still seems pretty good regardless, right? And then we have the Shimmering Sunfish. It's a 3-mana 2/5 battle cry. If you're holding a holy spell, gain taunt, divine shield. Again, it's a beast. So like they're printing all of these like divine shields and taunt synergy cards with holy stuff, but the cards aren't mechs and they're not Nagas. It's a beast. So I don't really know what this is synergizing with or what it's doing, but it's not bad. Like period, I guess. It's decent, but like I just their synergies are all over the place, right? You have Nagas, mechs, beasts, and then like no named cards, right? So I don't know. Mostly mechs though. Everything was really mech for Paladin. There was no Nagas here. It was all mechs and then that one beast. Still seems weird though. All right. We have Illuminate Priest, 0 mana holy card dredge. If it's a spell, reduce its cost by 3. This is basically Black Lotus. This is a card to me that looks like it will be nerfed, in my opinion. I see it reducing by 2. 3 is a ton. Like, bro, this is literally Black Lotus. And Black Lotus is insane. Synergizes with everything a priest does, like period. Whether you're playing any priest deck. The issue I see with Miracle Priest is the win con. It's Miracle. You build it, man. The win con is its Miracle. Could you show us the new Khadgar skins? I'm not in Hearthstone right now, so I can't. That's not something we're just taking a look at the cards right now. 2 mana 2/3 Naga battle cry, gain +1 for each spell you've cast this turn. So basically like a mini Edwin for spells. Seems okay in Miracle Priest, right? Like I don't think this guy's gonna get too big, but it does seem like it would be a decent card, right? Like if you're gonna do a lot of stuff in one turn, this would be a card that you would want to play because you do a lot of stuff in one turn. Silence Priest seems insane. Speaking of Silence Priest, this is an amazing silence card. 1 mana Whispers of the Deep, silence a friendly minion, then deal damage equal to its attack, randomly split among all enemy minions. So I actually played against Rarin, who was running a Silence Priest, and he owned me. It was really, really good. Between this card, used on the 4 mana 7/7, the fact that it's just 1 mana, and it's an Avenging Wrath into a silence, because you're gonna use this on a minion with 4+ attack. It's so good. It's so good. And this is the other silence card. The 4 mana silence a minion, summon a copy of it, and then you put a Sunken Ritual on the bottom of your deck. And the Sunken Ritual says silence a minion and summon 2 copies of it. So Silence Priest is looking like a real threat out here. Silence Priest looking like a real threat out here. Real threat out here, boys and girls. We got owned by it. Rarin owned us big with that deck. Whirlpool, 9 mana, destroy all minions and all copies of them wherever they are. Sure, it's big AoE priest card. Priest has Light Bomb, and I'm pretty sure you run Light Bomb. You probably run, I don't know. 2 Whirlpool seems really greedy to me. Obviously, if you're playing like a Highlander deck, this is an auto include. Because even if you use it on your own stuff, you're not ruining anything. The only there was I forgot who it was, but somebody mentioned you could play like, if Kaz is still a big deal, you play Kaz on 8, Kaz sticks, and then you Whirlpool your own Kaz to destroy your opponent's Kaz, and then you win. That seemed that was a nice meme. But yeah, it just seems like a it just seems like a just big AoE card. Not as good as Plague though. And then Priestess, 0 mana cards, chat. You know how I feel about this. Battle Cry, refresh, and empty mana crystal for each spell that you've cast this turn. We played a priest, I think it was Rarin or another guy. And they were at like 8 mana and they played a shit ton of spells. They played this and they reset their turn. It was just crazy. And I'm just not a fan of 0 mana cards that give back mana. I'm just not. So this card seems good to me. Obviously, if they put this in the game and everybody's going to think it's good, maybe it's not good. But when it was played against me, it seemed really fucking good. I mean, worst case, you just use this in the early game. Just do like 2 spells, a 2 mana and a 3 mana. Play this, get back 2 mana, heal, and you played a 0 mana. You played a 0 mana 1/1 that healed you 2. You know, like it's still good, even if you're not using it for like it's just passively a good card because you get back mana, and it doesn't cost anything. This card also seems nuts. 3 mana, 3/2 Naga Battle Cry. If you've cast 3 spells while holding this, draw 3. Most of the Nagas that we talked about, you just had to play like 1 spell or something like that. This is, you have to do 3 spells. So that's a bit of a steep cost. But as we can see, draw in this expansion is very expensive. Draw is not cheap. So with draw being such an expensive trait to have now, being able to do it for basically 3 mana into a 3/2 body, and you're going to play spells anyway in a priest deck. So it just seems good. I don't see why you wouldn't play this card. The Blackwater Behemoth, 8 mana, 8/10. And its lure is a Orca. It's a 2 mana 1/4 beast. At the end of your turn, force a random enemy minion to attack this card. So as soon as you play this card, at the end of that turn, if your opponent has any minions out, it's going to trade into this. Most of the time, an 8/10 is going to kill something, right? This is pretty beefy boy. So this is probably going to heal for 8, kill the minion, and then the following turn, you're going to be able to attack, and then it's going to kill something else too. So pretty obnoxious minion here. More good flavor text. What's a Blackwater Behemoth's favorite meal? Fish and chips. Yeah, I haven't been reading the flavor text, but you've been going crazy, Dyslexian. Would you rather fight 1 whale-sized goldfish or 100 goldfish-sized whales? I would rather fight 1, I don't know, maybe 100 goldfish-sized whales, man. Because goldfish are small. I feel like I could take 100 of them. I just know you wouldn't be able to take a whale-sized goldfish. Like, there's no way. Like, there's no way you would not win. You don't win a 1-on-1 against a whale-sized goldfish. It would just fuck you up. But like, if you had like 100 little fishy things trying to attack you, I feel like you could eat some, you could crush some, you could give some the good suck. I don't know. I feel like there's some. It's a good card. We'll move on. Yo, Serpent Wig, 1 mana, give a minion +1/+1. If you played a Naga while holding this, add a Serpent Wig to your hand. Obviously, some sort of like Miracle Priest with Nagas, but it requires you to play the Naga, and then like I don't know. I don't know how good it is to give minions +1/+1 with the requirement of having to play more Nagas just to get another like 1 mana 1/1. And also, yo, Kira, what's good? What's good, AJ? So I don't know. It's Serpent Wig seems interesting, but I don't think it's gonna be that great. Rogue. All right, Gone Fishing. We talked about this a little bit earlier in Magic. There's like scry and draw, and it just seems good, right? Like, I don't know why you wouldn't play this card. Like, you're not going to play this on turn 1, right? You're going to play this later to find a combo piece, to find a situational card. This just seems like a fantastic, like, draw a card, pick what you want, right? So, I don't know why you wouldn't play this. This is a played card in Magic for sure. Yeah, it's Opt. Basically, this is Opt. Yeah. And everybody plays Opt, so. Filet Fighter. It's a 1 mana 3/1. Stats are pretty good. Battle Cry, deal 1 damage. It's a pirate. So it's pretty good, right? This can go face. This can hit a minion. If it was any other stat line, it would be really, really good. If it was a 1/3, it would be like broken. If it was a 2/3 or a 3/2, it would be broken. So 3/1 allows the hero power to clean it up. And I think that's what's important about this, right? Is you're able to make your opponent not do something the following turn besides hero power while you got the extra advantage of doing 1 damage. You got the pirate synergy down to reduce whatever the legendary new girl is. I don't know, it just seems like a pretty good pirate early on. Swift Scale Trickster, 4 mana 2/2 Battle Cry. Your next spell is this turn costs 0. Yeah, this is, yeah. Rogue recently got a very expensive spell, 8 mana, and it draws 5 cards, and any Death Rattle minions among the 5 cards that you draw, it does the Death Rattles for free. So you Trickster into the Death Rattle card, you get a bunch of Death Rattle minions, and you shit on the board. You can coin this guy out on turn 3, and you can shit on some kids. So high roll potential, high. Actual potential, don't know. Depends how many more big. Also, I mean, you could even think about it if you're gonna play like a Thief Rogue and then you like thief a card like Survival of the Fittest. You know what I'm saying? Because in Thief Rogue, you don't get to pick what you get. So you could get like a really big card off the Thief Rogue archetype. And you can own somebody that way. So it seems pretty good. Swordfish, this card was really good. 3 mana, 2/3. Battle Cry Dredge. If it's a pirate, give this weapon and pirate +2 attack. So this is a 3 mana 4/3 weapon. A 3 mana 4/3 weapon. And it gave that pirate +2 attack if it's a pirate, and you get to dredge. This card's nuts. You obviously play this in a pirate deck. Like, it's so good. Blood in the Water. 6 mana, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Summon a 5/5 shark with rush. I actually didn't see this card played at all. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Summon a 5/5 shark with rush. If it was a 6/6, maybe we could talk about it. But this seems underwhelming for 6 mana. But I suppose if you worded this, what if this was a 6 mana 5/5 shark that had rush that dealt 3 damage to something? Would it be playable then? Because it's the same card. You just change this, instead of being a spell, just put it on a minion, and then like all of a sudden you think about it differently, right? Just take away the fact that it's a spell and just put this as a 6 mana shark. A 6 mana 5/5 shark with rush that does 2 to something. Battle Cry, deal 2 damage to something, or 3 damage to something. Seems okay. Doesn't seem broken though. It seems like an arena card, yeah. It doesn't seem broken. The meta is the broken cards, right? And it doesn't seem broken. This card seems good. 8 mana, 8/8 pirate battle cry. If you've summoned 8 other pirates this game, plunder the enemy. That means fuck. I'm just kidding. Take their supplies. You take 5 cards from your opponent's deck. You take 2 cards from your opponent's hand. And you take control of your opponent's highest attack minion. So you fuck them, and you fuck them harder. And all you have to do to fuck them, chat, is you have to play 8 other pirates, which is a lot of pirates. That's a lot of plundering. If it's basically, think about the quest warrior, right? You have to play an additional pirate. And on top of that, you, instead of getting this card from the quest, you actually have to draw it. You pick one of the options. Do you really only get one? I thought you got all of them. I don't think it's one. I think you get all of them. It's only one? Did anybody see this card played? If it's only one of them, this card sucks. Bro, there's no way. You guys saw this card played? It's only one? Regis played? Oh, this card's trash. Just one confirmed? Bro, this card sucks. Yo, first time chatters. Kailers and the Fool. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you informing me how wrong I am about that card. No kappa. It's good that you corrected me, because then the YouTube won't yell at me. They're like, you don't know what you're talking about! You suck! I'm like, bro, you're right. Vessel, 5 mana. Summon 2 3/3 pirates with stealth. Put a Sunken Vessel on the bottom of your deck. This seemed pretty good. When I played it, it counts as 2 pirates towards this girl who sucks, but you know, because it says summon. This says summon, not played. There's a big difference between summon and played. So this says summon. You get 2 pirates. You get the vessel. The thingy does the things, which is cast when drawn, summon 2 3/3 pirates again. There's a lot of dredge and draw and shit like that. So For 5 mana, you're getting 3/3 in body. It has stealth, so you're able to like attack with it, and your opponent can't target it. It's good. It's good. Especially if you're playing obviously some sort of pirate deck. Man, that card's a lot less good, man. I was so excited about doing like all the dirtiness, and now it just does like one dirty thing. The highlight already happened with Eddie and Trump. Dude, that card, the payoff is so bad. Like, this card, however, is really good. 6 mana, 6/5 beast, colossal +2. The claws have +2 attack, and the claws are 2 mana, 2/1s, rush, and if they have the +2 attack, if this guy's out, they're 4/1s. So the goal here is you play crab, you get 2 4/1s with rush, you trade into something, you get the weapon, you go face with the weapon or trade into something, you trade the other claw, you get the other weapon. So it's a really nice swing turn you get with this crab card, and it's one of the cheaper of the colossals too at 6 mana. So it was really good. The Cutlass Courier, 3 mana, 2/5 pirate. After your hero attacks, you draw a pirate. Obviously, rogue having the weapon as the hero power. It's not too hard to get this done. You also have the new 3 mana spearfish thing, big pokies. So it's really good there as well. Eddie stealing a purified shard was funny, and that's probably the end. Oh my god, what a game. He stole the purified shard, bro. But it doesn't even matter, right? Because even though he gets the pirate to get the shard, the priest would just play the shard the following turn, right? And because that's 8 mana and you steal a 10 mana card, he can't play it. So even though he had the shard, he couldn't kill. It steals it and the enemy loses it. Oh. Well, that's, dude, that is a YouTube clip. Oh my god, that's how you guys know about it. That clip is famous already. What a juicy YouTube content. Dude, where is my juicy YouTube content? You know where it is, chat? It's when my electricity and power went out because we have Florida thunderstorms in my battery backup field. By the way, I ordered a new, we got a new battery backup battery. And it arrived today. So I actually installed it into my battery backup. That's the first time I did that. There's like these little like, I've never done it. I was like, fuck it. We built desks today. We redid rooms. Everything got fucked today. So I'm like, I might as well just pull apart my battery backup and replace the battery. Not that bad. It wasn't too bad. 5 mana, 4/4 pirate combo. Put an enemy minion at the bottom of your deck. Seems all right. Decent pirate. Can randomly be generated. Good tempo. Putting shit at the bottom of your opponent's deck, though, probably not the best thing to do because there's a lot of dredge, so they're probably going to get it back fairly soon. But anyway, it's still pretty decent, right? It's a 5 mana 4/4, and you hit him with the no-you. You tuck a card. It's like a Teferi, but not really. Hit him with the tofu. All right, yo, this card almost fucked me one game. It's a 2 mana 0/3 totem. After you summon a 1-cost minion, give it 2/1. So this works with hero power, chat. I did not think this worked with hero power. It does. Yo, first time Shadow buyer. Nice hob, man. By the way, I wanted to ask you if the giveaway are still available. Exclamation point giveaway, and that will bring up a command that will take you to a link that will bring you to the giveaway. There you go, man. Dyslexian's got it covered. And, yo, first time chatter bio, welcome. But yeah, this card seems pretty good. It works with hero power, and giving a 1 mana minion +2/+1. If it was 1/2, it'd be kind of even crazier, right? But 2/1 still competitive. Does not seem to be bad at all. This is a pretty solid totem. One of those things that you kind of have to deal with. Yo, Gloper or Glug the Gulper. Yo, this card's kind of lit, chat. So I didn't actually know. But after you read the card, which is what you're supposed to do with Hearthstone cards, after a friendly minion dies, gain its original stats. It says friendly minion, not the colossal pieces. It could just be any minion, as long as it's friendly. So you, of course, have the tail, which is 2/2 taunt, 2/2 taunt, 2/2 taunt. So you have a bunch of 2/2 taunts to protect the Gulper, but also any other minion that you decide you want to have or trade in, this gets stats of that too. So you have to kill the head on this one, guys. The head is what's going to grow so big and thick and long. So you have to cut it down before it gets too big for you. You know what I'm saying? So, much better than I expected. Yo, the scroll. This card was really good too. 1 mana, discover a Fire, Frost, or Nature spell. Put a Sunken Scroll at the bottom of your deck. And the Sunken Scroll is add a Fire, Frost, and Nature spell from your class to your hand. Good card here. The Girthy Gulper. First time shadow. First time chatter by Temp. Yo, nice first message. This is great if they don't have direct damage, but you can kill this with a spell. But what spell does 5 damage? You have Fireball. Most of the Warlock spells only do 4. Like, well, there's not a lot of spells that do 5+ damage. The AoE, guys, is not what it is right now. The removal is not what it is right now. Like, the meta, like, I know it's hard to, like, think about it in this meta because someone's summoning a 3/5, you're like, Kek XD. But when I was playing in this, like, theory crafting stream, like, the games really were very board dependent. On top of being board dependent, there wasn't a lot of, like, options and stuff. Like, after you played your 1 or 2 big minions or big spells, like, that's it. Like, you were out of draw. Like, you really had to finesse the resources. Like, there wasn't a lot of way, unless it's like a colossal into a colossal, you know what I mean? Like, your deck has a total of like 1 or 2 things it can do to clear the board, right? But it's not like it is right now where you draw a minion cards, deal a minion damage, and your opponent's dead by basically turns 6 to 8 every single game right now. Or the game goes like infinite and you can't outvalue them, right? Like, there's don't stand in the fire Shaman. Well, the thing is, if you don't stand in the fire and other minions die first, like, he's just gonna grow. And because he summons a bunch of 2/2s and he's a 3/5, don't stand in the fire is pretty bad to play against him because more than likely he's not dying. But yeah, the scroll's good. Yo, this card looks kind of like, nah. 7 mana is really expensive for a 5/4. He's a Naga, Battlecry, cast a copy of a Fire, Frost, and Nature spell in your hand, targets chosen randomly. I don't like the targets chosen randomly. It just feels bad. This feels like a even worse counterfeit goods. Like, this feels like an even worse counterfeit goods because you have to have all of those spells in the hand and it's random. Like, this card just feels like shit. Like, this just seems like a shit card. So, not a fan of this. However, this card's insane. 3 mana, 3/4 elemental, fire spell damage +2. Your nature spells cost 1 less, and after you cast a frost spell, gain 3 armor. So every spell school, you get a different effect, whether it's spell damage, reduced costs, or armor. And it's statted very competitively. This card is very, very good. I don't see how it's not an auto-include into basically any Shaman deck. Frost is worthless? Nah, man. There's aggro decks and they exist. And getting 3 armor is really good. Think about wind chilling. So you have 2 wind chills in your hand. It's turn 5. You play this guy, you go wind chill against an aggro deck. You gain 6 armor and they can't attack. If they don't clear this card, you win. Let's think about it here. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is bourboned up right now. And we're gonna make plays. Schooling. 1 mana, add 3 1/1 piranhas to your hand. And then for each piranha, they get +1 attack, and like they just grow. They're growers. Yeah, it's a 1 mana 1/1. After you summon a piranha, swarmer, gain +1 attack. So they just keep growing. So you play 3 of these guys, and then you know what I'm saying. This is a really good card. It's a 1 mana, and you can clear a lot of stuff with this because it gives a lot of value. And if you don't clear them, then it's 1 mana, 3 minions worth of stuff. It's good. It's like first day of school, but like not broken, but still good. Coral Keeper. 5 mana, 3/4 Naga, Battlecry, summon a 3/3 elemental for each spell school you've cast this game. Seems all right. Yo, Star Rosa the Fool with a follow 22 minutes ago, and Wield Knive. I'll just call you Wield. Yo, welcome. Appreciate the follow. Thanks, guys. A lot of first-time chatters. A lot of follows this evening. Welcome, welcome. This is our first time using the new setup and me standing. We had a really long day today. I'm pretty tired, but we're gonna pump out this full review, all right? Doing my best. This seems like a pretty good card, right? It fills up the board full of shit, and you know you're gonna be playing a lot of spell schools this game, so. Seems all right. A Bioluminescence. 3 mana. Say that 5 times fast. Give your minions +1 spell damage. 3 mana though. 3 mana though. I don't know, man. 3 mana though. Nature spells cost 1 less though if you play that. Oh. Oh my. Hold the phone. Yo, this guy with Bioluminescence, there's gonna be some OTK, right? So it's this guy. Bioluminescence costs 2. Your fire spells do +2, and then he's gonna give all your minions +1 spell power, right? Yeah. There's no, and you the Piranha card. Yeah. So you have a bunch of 1/1s that you give spell damage to, and then yeah. All right. I see you, Bioluminescence. I see you. That seems all right. As obviously, also if you Farsight into this. You could Farsight into this, and this could be a 0 mana card. You have like 6 minions out. You go Bioluminescence, and all of a sudden your what is this card called? Your Scaling Geyser does like 8 damage. Yo, the Poacher. Farsight. Farsight is such a bad card. I can't believe they brought it back. Yo, the Dayflower with the follow as well. Welcome. 3 mana, 2/5 Murloc. At the end of your turn, add a 1/1 Pariah Swarmer to your hand. It's the end of the turn, not the start of the turn, which is really important to note there. It's a decent Murloc, high HP. 3 mana is kind of a decent spot for it to be at with the stat line, and it actively does something at the end of each and every turn that adds to your board state, which puts a lot more pressure out. So decent Murloc, very on point with Murloc wants to do. So Piranha, Pariah, I've heard it both ways. Geyser, it just seems good. 1 mana, deal 2 damage, fire spell. It can go on minions, it can go face, and it dredges. All right, what do we have left? Shaman. We've got Warlock, Warrior, and Neutral. We're gonna knock this out. But first I need to take a drink and sit down. Let's knock this shit out, boys. All right, so we did play a Curse Warlock build in the theory crafting stream. It was hella fun, but it sucked dick. It was so bad. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the curses, at the start of your turn, your opponent takes, the first one does 1 damage, the second one does 2 damage. Each curse is worse than the last, and it stays in their hand for 2 turns. So I have actually 2 problems about this card. So you play this card, Drag Below, right? Let's say this is the first curse card you played. Because it's the first curse card you played, it does 1 damage. It puts a 1 damage curse in their hand. They can play that card the next turn for 2 mana to get it out of their hand and them to take no more damage. Or they can ignore it. The following turn, I thought it would ramp to 2 damage. It doesn't. It stays at 1. Because it's still the same, I guess, curse. But then when the next curse you play, it'll do 2 damage. And if they don't play the 2 mana card in their hand, they take 2. I don't like that. If they don't play the card, it should ramp up. It makes it better. Like, it's really stupid. On top of that, if they don't play the 2 mana card, like the first turn, and they hold on to it the second turn, if they have a full hand, the curse goes away before the draw step, which means they don't overdraw. Again, they're not being punished by playing the curse, and the curse is wearing away before it actually inflicts damage, which is what a curse is supposed to do. So I have a lot of fundamental issues about how this mechanic works from playing it. And the reason, I think these issues in themselves, between those 2 that I just mentioned, makes this really bad. Then what's the point? It's just a meme. And the entire Warlock kit is half curses, half Murlocs. And the curses suck. Like, they're not good. So, we have a 4 mana, deal 4 to a minion, give your opponent a curse. Like, this is just a terrible card. It's a 4 mana, deal 4 to a minion. They get a curse that doesn't do anything. The next one is Rock Bottom, 1 mana, summon a 1/1 Murloc, then dredge. If it's also a Murloc, summon 1 more. So it's a 1 mana 2/2, and you get to dredge, which is pretty good. This is another curse card. Again, terribly statted. 3 mana, 2/3. Give your opponent a curse. It's a battle cry, so it can work with Brand. We already did all that. It's bullshit. It's garbage. Like, this is a terribly statted card, and it doesn't do anything. The curses don't do anything. The first curse does 1. The second curse does 2. The third curse does 3. The next curse, like, you know how many curses you have to play for them to actually do it? Like, it's like 6 or 7, which is every curse in the game, and they're all bad. And you're doing like the damage of what a fireball can do with no requirements. Like, it makes me so sad. Voidgill, 2 mana, 3/2 Murloc, Death Rattle. Give all Murlocs in your hand +1/+1. It's a Death Rattle. It's pretty good. Dayquil. So it's a 5 mana, 6/5. Again, really pathetic here because this guy could have been actually making curses interesting. Your Abyssal Curses heal you for the damage they deal, and then Battle Cry, give your opponent an Abyssal Curse. Just change where the Battle Cry is located to the top of this text. So the curses only heal you when this guy is out, not during the entire game. The curses go away after 2 turns. The fool. So like they don't even like they just go, yeah, they go away, and then the second turn they don't, the curse that you play in their hand doesn't ramp. So if you only play 1 curse, it'll do 1 damage twice. That's it. It just does 1 and then 1. And then it goes away before they even draw. And like the curses only heal while this guy is out, and this guy's going to die. So either make this put 2 curses in your opponent's hand, or have his battle cry be for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways they could have made these curses just a little bit more competitive. Don't make them broken, just make them a little bit better. There's a million ways to do that. The Chum Bucket, 2 mana, give Murlocs in your hand +1/+1, repeat for each Murloc you control. This is obviously really, really good. Regis played against me with this deck and destroyed me. Abyssal Wave, 6 mana, deal 4 damage to all minions, give your opponent an Abyssal Curse. You're paying 6 mana to do 4 damage to all minions, which means you're hurting your own board. This should deal 5 damage, or make this a 5 mana card, deal 4 damage. Again, 6 mana to deal 4. Like, that's so bad, and it's to everything. That hurts your own board. So make it do 5, or make it 5 mana. Like, dude, these cards are so bad. 3 mana, 3/4 Murloc, Battle Cry, put a Sunken Scavenger at the bottom of your deck, and the Scavenger is give your other Murlocs +1/+1 wherever they are. So pretty good card. Like, is a good Murloc card. And then we have Gigafun. 8 mana, 7/4 Colossal, devour all enemy minions, Death Rattle, spit them back out. And the butt end of this deck, or butt end of this, it has Taunt, and it's a 4/7. It says Death Rattle, permanently destroy all minions inside of Gigafun. So this was actually a really good card. Granted, if they can kill the 7/4 around the Taunt card, which isn't too hard because it only has 4 health, right? But the ability to clear the board is pretty lackluster right now. Like, there's not a lot of it. Yo, if this was a 4/7, like, that would be insane. But that's what the Maul is. The Maul is a 4/7 because it's like, this is the head and that's the butt, so they like change stats. Like, this is a good card. This is a good card. Blood Scent Vilefin. It's a 4 mana, 4/4 Murloc, Battle Cry, Dredge. If it's also a Murloc, change its cost to health instead of mana. So this is a big tempo card. Big tempo card. 7/4 for 8 seems pretty meme tier. Well, you also get the so with the Colossal Minions, AJ, you get the here. You also get this. You get both half. I probably should have moved my cam here a long time ago. For this review, at least. But yeah, you get both half. You get both of these. So, and each has an effect that synergizes with the body, right? So if they kill the Gigafin first, they get all their stuff back. But if the Maul dies first, then they don't get anything back. But it has Taunt, so they can't get, they have to attack it with minions, so they have to use spells, right? So all the Colossuses are like this. But it seemed pretty good, even though this seems very weak. It performed very well with us. And this is a tempo Murloc card. It seemed good. So it looks like for Warlock, like Murlocs is the way to go, to be honest. Murloc seems like it is just the way to go. Guard the City. 2 mana, gain 3 armor, summon a 2/3 Naga with taunt. Sure, pretty standard card here. Nothing too crazy. This card was good. It's a pirate. It's a 2 mana 3/2. Battlecry Dreads. If it's a minion or a weapon, give it +1/+1. Most of the time, it's going to be a minion and or a weapon because you're playing a pirate deck with pirate cards. So, good turn to play. Buffs are really good because pirates want to get on board fast, and you can pick your next draw. So this card was like really surprising. From the depths. So this card was actually kind of insane, chat. So I had this card in my hand, but I would willingly coin this card out first, reduce the cost of the bottom 5 cards of your deck by 3, then dredge. So what I would do is I would do From the Depths, coin this out on turn 2, play this on 3. I hit Nelly with this, gave Nelly +1/+1, and played the Warrior Colossal on turn 4 in a Pirate Warrior deck. They killed Nelly, and I was done with my quest on turn like 6. And I won on turn 6. It was disgusting. So, From the Depths, I can see this card getting nerfed. I can see this card getting straight up nerfed. It's a 3 mana, reduce the cards at the bottom of your deck by 15. This is 3 mana, reduce 15. Like, this is crazy. Forged in the Flame. 2 mana, destroy your weapon, then draw cards equal to its attack. I don't know. It's a card. It's a fire card, I guess. Whatever. Guess it's time to spin up some Hearthstone this weekend. I mean, the new expansion comes out next Tuesday. So right now we're in the bit of a the craziest point of Hearthstone because they unnerfed like 15 nerfed cards. So the meta right now is pretty much the most broken decks that can exist. It's pretty nuts. We have like Quest OTK Demon Hunter, which kills you by turn like 5 to like 8 if played correctly every single game without fail. 3 mana Trident, 3/2 Death Rattle. Put a Sunken Trident to the bottom of your deck, and the Sunken Trident is after hero attacks, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. You don't really want to play this kind of stuff in your Pirate Warrior deck, which is what they're kind of pushing, because you're just gonna get weapons anyway for free. So this is good in like Control Warrior, but like Control Warrior didn't really get anything. Like there's no big value card here besides Nelly, and Nelly gives pirates. So why would you not play Quest? Because the Quest is ultimate value. It's literally forever value. You get a weapon, a pirate, and deal 4 damage every turn forever. So there's no reason to run Trident because the Trident doesn't matter. The only reason the Trident would matter is it gets randomly generated from the pirate quest. So you don't even need to play this card. You'll just get it anyway because the Juggernaut's going to give it to you, and then it's going to kill it the following turn, and then you're just going to get extra shit at the bottom of your deck. So this card, 5 mana, 5/5 Battlecry. Give all weapons in your hand, deck, and battlefield +1/+1. This card's shit. Whoever designed this, like, really? Like, this was the Warrior Legendary that, like, you came up with? Like, I don't understand. I do not understand why you would make this card. Oh my god. A huge Zeddy raid. Oh my goodness, dude, Zeddy. We just, like, moved my entire old setup into this new room. I'm so tired, and I was just like trying to pump out like a tiny little stream for YouTube stuff before I go to bed just to say I streamed today. My feet and back are killing me, and then you raid me with huge numbers. The room's not even done yet. We have so much work to do. Oh my god. Welcome everybody. Thank you for the giant raid, Zeddy. Thank you for the giant raid, man. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Welcome, everybody. We're doing a full card review right now. We're pretty much close. We got, like, Warrior and Neutrals left. We played in the Theory Crafting stream yesterday, so we have a good idea of, like, where these cards stand and what we think about them. We've also had a steady intake of bourbon, because today we moved into a new streaming room, as you can see here. We're in the midst of we got to put up artwork and, like, the what are they called? Soundproofing stuff. But we got like the uplift desk done, and we got like the computer moved and stuff, right? So Ashvane is good. I just don't think Ashvane is. I think Ashvane is terrible. I think this card is absolute shit. Yo, so we had a bunch of new follows. Yo, AK, Assassin, Zero, Prime, Korvac, Not Pit. Yo, Not Pit with the 7-month. Not Pit with the Prime, too. We got a Prime right there for the 7 months. Thank you for that Twitch Prime. Love to see those Twitch Primes. And, yo, we had Jack with the follow. I'm assuming all you guys are coming over from Zeddy's raid. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome. Thanks again for the raid, man. Much appreciated. Yo, Swampert with the follow as well. You know what? We're gonna pour some more bourbon. All right, we gotta pour more bourbon. More bourbon for the Zeddy raid. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Weapons in the battlefield might be a hint for future. So yeah, so I'm looking at this as it is right now, right? Like this card is bad right now. Because why would you play weapons when the Pirate Warrior quest gives you them for free? Right? Like, why would you play this? But if in the future quests rotate out, we get weapons that summon minions, weapons that put minions in the deck, and then dredge them. You know what I mean? There's ways that this card can become cool with future support. But looking at this card as now, I do not see this card why you would play this card. Outrider's Axe 4/4. You're gonna play a 5-mana 5/5 to make your Outrider's Axe +1/+1 better. If he drew a weapon at the same time. But like, bro, this card's garbage. And then yo, we got the Stalker 9-mana 8/9 beast. Yo, this guy is chunky. Yo, Battlecry, attack 3 different random enemies. That's a lot of enemies, and that's a lot of chonk. I know there's going to be some OTKs and memes made with this card. Like, there's no way. I actually... Random. Oh, yes. Random. Actually, I was surprised. There's not, like, too many, like, Discover and, like, random effects this expansion. Mostly this, like, the stuff does kind of what it says for the most part. And what's interesting is like we've gone through like the entire meta cycle, right? So what happened was, where did we start with first? Did it start? I think it started with Yogbox, right? It started with like Yogbox and like old Hero Reno, where like literally everything was random. Everything was just like that cards you got were random, the outcomes were random, everything was random, right? And then from random, we basically moved to a whole nother meta where they're like, oh, you don't like random? Okay, so we're gonna give you options, but it's still gonna be random, right? We're gonna give you Discover. So then we went into this meta with like Priest and shit, where it was just like discover this, discover that, and it was still random, but it was like controlled random, but it was still fucking random. And then they were like, oh shit, well, you don't like random, well, we have to replace cards somehow, so we'll give you draw. So then it went to this draw thing where now you can just draw like 8 to 15 cards a turn for however, it doesn't even matter how much mana. It doesn't matter. Mana's not a thing. Who cares about mana? Like, it's a yard sale. The shit's free. So now we went to this meta where it's all draw, very little random, and discover, quest OTK DH. And now we're moving away from draw, random, discover. So now we're moving to, I don't even, classic Hearthstone now. We're moving to Colossal. Like, I don't know. I'm just, Hearthstone has had some very, like, you literally see them pivot from like how they're designing based on the community's outlash to the mechanics being like created and how the metas are forming. They're like, okay, they hate this, so what we're gonna do is we're control this. All right, we can't control this, it's too random. All right, we have to replace this. Why don't we just have them draw cards that are already in their deck? All right, draw doesn't work. Okay, make giant minions. Make giant stalkers. Make chonky boys. Yo, but this card seems all right? It's a battle cry though, so like if you play like a menagerie warrior with like, I don't know, N'Zoth, I don't know, that's what I think about. Like, it's not gonna like attack anything, right? Obviously you can think about Brand but like then you have to discount them or brand has to live. And it's different random enemies, so you don't get to attack their face twice or anything like that. So I can promise you this card is gonna probably see play in some way or the other. It's gonna be used in some combo to do some crazy shit, whether it be like Mark Mercs or like Clark Hellscream. The Fires of Zin. All right, so it's a 2-mana warrior fire card. Replace your deck with minions that cost 5 or more. They cost 5. So chat, looking at this card, you look at it, you're just like, I just don't know. But let me tell you about a card, chat. It's called Vandar. The Alliance guy. Reduces all cards in your deck that cost 5 or more, as long as he's the cheapest. And if your whole deck costs 5, he's gonna make all these things cost not 5. You Vandar, Stormpike, and everybody should have got him for free. I'm telling you right now, that's the meme, that's the dream. That's how you're gonna get it done, that's how you're gonna get it right, that's how you're gonna get it tight. People write books about that. Nobody really writes books, but they could. They could write books. Yo, Jake, Swampert, and Blind Believer all with the follows. I'm assuming you're coming from Zeddy's raid. Appreciate it, guys. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. Sounds great. Now, how do we get Vandar? We draw him because we're good. All right, so you have to think about this as being a legend player and a good player. Good players draw your good cards first. So like if you're a druid, you draw Wild Growth, you draw Bloom, you draw Guff, you draw Overgrowth. You draw these cards because you're a good player. Everybody knows this. So if you're going to play this deck and you're going to run Vandar, you're just going to be a good player. You're going to draw the card. Like, let's be real here. That's what legend players do. That's what GMs do. That's what Grandpa did. And that's what Meemaw did. Everybody does this. Bad players don't draw their good cards. That's why you're bad. I'm just saying. That's true. Zeddy knows. Good players draw good cards. Bad players draw bad cards. We all know this. Unless you're bad. All right, Black Scale Brute, 7 mana, 5/6 Naga. Taunt Battle Cry. If you have a weapon equipped, summon a 5/6 Naga with Rush. So as long as you have a weapon equipped, you don't actually have to attack with it, which is a big deal. I don't like the whole have to attack with the weapon to do something because maybe you don't want to attack that turn. So having a weapon out, not the hardest thing to do in a warrior deck. For 7 mana, you're getting 10, 12 in stats. This guy has Taunt, the other one has Rush. Seems decent. Seems decent, right? I don't know exactly which deck this is being played in because it's not being played in Pirate Warrior. And then like, I guess in Control Warrior, it's decent, but it's the same mana cost as the hero card. So you have to determine whether you're playing Brute or the hero card. So, I don't know. Yo, first time chatter by Fozzie. To the front plus Brand plus Trench Stalker equal GG. Legend player equal luck. Legend isn't that hard nowadays. When you did 10 pars per rank, it was harder. Yes, I can definitely agree in the old ranking system. No. This has Taunt Battle Cry. This only has Taunt. And then the one that comes out of it has Rush. So you get one with Taunt, one with Rush. You don't get both with Rush. Yeah, back in the day when you didn't have what do you call them? Ranked floors, and like you could de-rank from rank 1 all the way back to rank 20 if you lost enough. That ladder experience was so punishing. It was exhausting, and every month you went back to 20. Everybody went to the same point. It's not like now where you have like the bonus. Like you literally you actually played against bronze players. I'm sure there wasn't even an MMR system back then. It was, dude. It was so bad. It was so bad. I'm so glad they redid the ranking system. For those of you newer players, within the past, like 2 or 3 years, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You're like, this guy is just spitting out some rah-rah. Let me tell you, chat, you joined Hearthstone at just the right time. Or, sure. Dude, the ranking system used to be so brutal, unforgiving, absolutely unforgiving. No ranked floors, no end of the month rewards, no bonus stars at the end of the month. It fucked you. It fucked you so hard, chat. No, if you're a guy or a girl, it fucked you harder than any partner you've ever had. Hearthstone was the only partner you needed. It got you so good. Anyway, yo, Nelly, what's good? 7 mana, 5/5 beast, colossal +1. Battle cry, discover 3 pirates, and then you crew them. So when I play this card, chat, so this is another good card for good players because good players get smite. So what you do is you crew, you get Nelly ship, you discover 3 pirates, you discover Mr. Smite, you discover, I don't know, like a captain, and you discover like the 5 mana 4/6 rusher, and they're all 1 mana. And then the Nelly dies, and then you get all these cards for 1 mana, and then you kill your opponent in the next turn for like 15, 20 plus damage because you have a bunch of 1 mana pirates because you got smite because you're a good player. Just discover 3 smites, that works too. I'm just saying good players good players discover smite. I mean, there's a big difference between, also, there is a pirate that destroys a beast, chat, and gets +1/+1. What is it called? We used it twice in the theory crafting stream. A lot of the new Colossals guys are beasts. So, just saying, the pirate that destroys a beast, very, very good. Galaka Crawler. It wasn't called Galaka Crawler, though. It was like Galaka Laka Loaded. It was Galaka something, bro. It was the best pirate ever. It literally saved me so hard. So, yeah, Nelly, great card. It can be played in Control Warrior and or Pirate Warrior. All right, we're at the neutrals, guys. We're at the neutral cards. We've come a long way. Dude, my dog is now completely spread. Like, bro. He's like exactly where I was standing, chat. My dog is completely spread out on the floor here. Like this, are you fucking kidding me? Where am I supposed to stand now? I can't move him. Once the pupper is sleeping, you can't disrupt the pupper. Look at him. What is this? What are you doing, dude? I was just standing there. Why do you do this? I can't disrupt your pupperness. Like, look at him. What? Brother, buddy, pal, friend, doggo, why you do? I just gotta. All right, I'm just gonna stand kind of weird, chat. He had a bit too much to drink. He's pretending to be me right now. I'm just saying this like this pad that I'm standing on, which came with my desk, is like super comfy. It's like I don't know what they call it. There's like a special word for this kind of like floor pad for you to stand on. Anti-fatigue pad. If anybody in chat has one of those, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know the fuck I'm talking about. You think I'm speaking rah-rah. But if you have like an anti-fatigue pad at home, like you know what I'm talking about. That's why he's sleeping there. He's like, oh my God. He's like, this is the best nappers I've ever taken. Yo, Twisty Lips with the follow. Welcome. All right, we're gonna pump through these because I'm really tired. Normally I would keep streaming because we got a giant raid from Zeddy. And thanks again, man, and welcome everybody who's still here through all this bullshit. It was a long day for me, man. We've been drinking, we're reviewing some cards, we're having a good time. So if you're still here enjoying the stream, I do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, we're gonna pump through this, then we're gonna raid somebody, and I'm gonna wish you guys a happy evening. So we have the Helmet Hermit, 1 mana 4/3 can attack beast. This is Silence Priest material. We played against a couple Silence Priests in Theory Crafting stream. It was really good. We went over quite a few of the Priest cards which make this deck possible, and it does not seem like a meme. It actually seems like it could be a dream. Said he brought me here, but I see Warshack YouTube videos pretty often. Dude, that makes me happy. Poggies. Don't alter his mind state. He is sleeping. Do not disturb him. You wouldn't want to be woken up either. Dude, he literally just... When I moved over to get a drink, he literally walked up and just plopped down exactly where I was standing. He does it on purpose. He does the same thing in bed too. Like, I'll get up to like get a drink of water, and then I'll come back and he'll be right where I was laying down. New camera angle is Poggies. I'm glad you like it. I'm not too sure if I wanted to like directly in front of me or off to the side, but I am liking the lighting and I am liking the standing desk. This has been a very exciting first new setup stream, and I look forward to finishing up the room. Like we still have like 40% of this room to fill out with like the couch and the like the cool anime artwork and you know, the soundproofing so I don't echo. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do. So give dude some pats for me. I will. All right, so we have Mothership. Originally, I was actually playing this in my Mech Ping Mage deck. I think this is one of those cards that's better generated than you play it. I think this is a great arena card. I think this is a great card to get randomly generated from something. I don't think you actually play this in your deck. We played this in our deck for quite a few games. It felt pretty bad, but making this card or generating this card felt pretty good. So decent arena card, but that's about it. This card's pretty cool. 2 mana, 3/2 Naga, battle cry. The next spell you cost 1 less. This is period. You don't have to play a spell that turn. So this is really good in stuff like Druid or Mage, where you're lining up future turns, you're hitting those discounts, and then you're gonna pop off later after accumulating to the pieces or accumulating pieces and cards that you need to make those kind of like very powerful swing turns. So pretty interesting card here for a neutral, that is. We have the Naval Mine. This card's a piece of shit. We have the Ravanger. It's a 5 mana 4/3 battle cry. Draw 3 Murlocs. I didn't even know this card existed, chat. What the heck is this? Is this not bad, or is that just me? Does this actually go into a Murloc deck? Am I memeing? Am I bad or am I good? Am I bad? I'm bad, right? This doesn't. If you're playing Murlocs, you're playing Warlock. Yeah, obviously Murlocs. But if you're playing like a Murloc deck, that means you're running Warlock, and Warlock has life tap, and life tap you don't need to draw because you're just good. I don't know. This could be bait. I'm thinking this is pretty good. Draw 3 Murlocs. That's a lot of Murcucks. Yeah, you dredge it and then you pay 5 mana for it. You're exactly right. That card's good. Pupper Fist. 3 mana 3/4 pirate. After your hero attacks, deal 1 damage to all enemies. This seems good in death. This seems good in, God, dude, you were like right not in the greatest spot. I'm like sitting here like about to like face off with my desk. He's got me all like battle stanced. Yo, Demon Hunter seems good. Warrior seems good. Rogue seems not bad. Decks that use their face to hit seems good. Yo, Rainbow Glow Scale. This actually seemed really good in Naga Mage. Naga Mage with this card popped off really hard. 2 mana 2/3 spell damage +1. Just really good. Just really good. It has like, what is the other? There's like a 2 mana 2/2 and it gave spell power. Like Nobold something. Bro, this card has an extra health and has the Naga tag on it. Like, that's crazy. Like, this card is good. Reef Walker. 3 mana 3/2 elemental, battle cry and death rattle, summon a 1/1 swarmer. Dude, we're seeing a couple of these swarmers. I'm just saying, zoo. This does not seem like a bad zoo card. Seems decent. The Operator. 3 mana, 2/4 battle cry. If you control a mech, summon 2/2/1 Mecha Fish. The Mecha Fish do not have rush. I thought they did at first, but they do not. But what's interesting about them is that the Mecha Shark actually combos with these guys. So you play a Mecha Shark, you play this, it counts as 3 mechs. You do 9 damage. That's kind of nutty. We got owned in a theory crafting stream against that. So it just seems pretty good. This guy seemed broken. We played against this guy when we were doing like Mech Paladin played this a lot. And it just kept growing. We couldn't kill it because they kept giving it Divine Shield. Every time we get close to getting rid of Divine Shield or killing it, they would just keep playing mechs or generating mechs. Dude, this card was, it just seems so good. It seems so good, chat. This was it was almost unkillable. It's like the overload mechanic without any drawback, because if like the card that for every overload you played got +1/+1, you had to pay for it in Overload, right? Like, it messed up your future turns. But playing a mech, the mechs are all decently statted. They all do great things. And this just keeps getting bigger. Yeah, this card was like just crazy. I can see this going to like a 1/2, to be honest. Like, or maybe like a 3 mana 1/4 or something. I don't know. This card was like crazy, bro. Seems a little too good. Yo, so the Shellfish, I was looking at this and I was just like, damn, it doesn't seem that crazy, right? Yo, Silence Priest, fam. So 4 mana 7/7, Death Rattle, your opponent draws 2 cards. No. You just silence this. Your opponent draws no cards and your Shellfish gets even shellier. Reminds me of Cloyster from Pokemon. But seriously though, Silence Priest does not seem like a joke, chat. Seems banger. It looks cool for a Death Rattle DH. Ooh, Death Rattle DH as well because it costs 4, right? So it can be pulled out of the hand. 3 mana and 4 mana. Mill Warlock. Okay. We've got some copium in chat here. Love to see it. This pulled off an insane combo with this in Mill Warlock. Okay, so Mill decks are on the table. Not enough. The copium, and this is real. I'm looking forward to it, dude. I'm looking forward to it. Seems exciting. There's a lot of cool stuff in this expansion, guys. And 6 hours for the theory crafting stream just wasn't enough to do everything. We played some curse decks. We had a lot of fun, but we did not get to test everything that we wanted to test. Obviously, there's so many cards and so many decks. Yo, the Clicker was kind of crazy. This card was really good, guys. Divine Shield, Battlecry, give a random mech in your hand +1/+1. So you use this in Mech Mage. You do the card that reduces the mechs in your hand by 1. They go to 0. You go Mecha Shark, and then you go Clickatus, Pippitus, Poopitus, and then your opponent dies. It just seemed really good. This seems like a fantastic mech to play. And a 1 mana 1/1 Divine Shield that gives other shit +1/+1. It's a 1 mana 2/2 Divine Shield. Like, I don't know. It just seems good. Treasure Guard, 3 mana 1/5 Naga, Death Rattle, draw a card. Whatever. Yo, I saw some guy play this. 3 mana 2/1 Murloc, Rush, Battlecry. So I'm gonna copy this. So what's crazy about this is it summons a copy. It doesn't summon whatever, like, it's worded so if you buff this card, the copied, the Battlecry version will also be buffed. So I'm pretty sure I played against Regis. He was playing the Murloc Warlock deck, and let me tell you, he ate my lunch, he ate my breakfast, and he ate my dinner. Regis, he ate everything I had. Like, just he just completely steamrolled me with Warlock Murloc. And this guy doesn't even care, bro. He's cruising on a shark. Like, this guy's actually riding a shark. This guy gives no fucks. And that's the way you want to play Hearthstone. You just give no fucks. And you just eat everybody's lunch and breakfast and dinners. I mean, get it done. Yo, the Vicious Slither Spear. 1 mana 1/3 Naga. After you cast a spell, gain 1+ attack until the end of your next turn. Or until your next turn. So I read this originally as you just get the +1 attack, and that was it. But it actually, this is a grower, not a shower, chat. So he can get more than just 1 attack, which is kind of insane. Thanks for the drop, of course, man. And yo, Spaz, appreciate the follow. Yo, I totally forgot what we were gonna do at the end of we talk about the cards is I was gonna pull up our theory. We were gonna put the VOD of our theory crafting. So this actually works out super well. So yeah, guys, if you want to stick around till after this, we're pulling up the VOD and you guys get to see my end of the theory crafting, which was super fun. We had a lot of good games. So this guy seems pretty good. This is a good 1-drop. Mana Worm almost, yeah. I mean, it seems good. Like, after you, and it has it until your next turn, which means it's not like it just goes away instantly. Like, your opponent, if they want to kill it's gonna have to trade into it or use it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good. This seems like a very solid 1-drop, especially if it gets randomly created by stuff like Maelstrom Portal. Remember, Maelstrom Portal's back, guys. So Maelstrom Portal into this, you're a shaman, and you just start casting spells, and this guy's gonna shit on you. Like, it's a 1 mana card. 6 mana, 3/7 Naga. Taunt, Battlecry, swap the cost of a random spell in each player's hand. Yeah, I don't know about this. Maelstrom Portal since when? It's part of the core set. ! Core set. I go over it and talk about each and every card that is leaving and entering. I'd like to call it a comprehensive review, but it's really not. I just rant and talk about random shit like I've been doing now. So hopefully you've been enjoying. But yeah, this seems really bad. Yo, Sentinel, 5 mana, 5/6 taunt, death rattle. Put a Sunken Sentinel to the bottom of your deck, and then the Sunken guy does Divine Shield, taunt, and lifesteal. So just bad. Okay, cool. Yo, Storm Coil. 5 mana, 4/4 battle cry, choose a friendly mech, summon. All right, so I didn't know this summoned a copy of it, and then that copy got Rush, Wind Fury, and Divine Shield. So when I play cards, chat, I sometimes forget to read them. So this card actually seemed pretty good because it summons a copy of the mech, which could have been buffed. It could have death rattle effects on it. It could have Divine Shield on it, and then I guess having Divine Shield on it's pointless because it gets Divine Shield anyway, but you know what I'm saying. This card seemed pretty good. This card did seem pretty good. Yo, Face Sucker. This reminds me of like Aliens versus Predators, like the Face Sucker thing. I guess just aliens. No predators needed. 3 mana, 2/4 Beast, Battle Cry, silence all of the minions. It just seems good. This can be a fantastic tech card against free Shaman, for example. So for those of you who are tired of getting frozen and being unable to attack with your minions, and the board state bothers you, and those free Shamans keep beating you, and you're just tired of that, you play this card and you shit on them. I mean, you have a good game and you hit them with the GG no re. So Silence Priest and good against free Shaman. School Teacher. Okay, this card was really cool. 4 mana, 5/4 Naga, battle cry, add a 1/1 Naga land to your hand, and then discover a spell that costs 3 or less to teach it. So this card was really good, guys. I played this in Warlock, in our Curse Warlock deck, and you were able to get like, what is that card called? It's the 3 mana, and it has like the, not twin spell, but like it repeats itself and it does 5 damage to your enemy stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of really decent 2 to 3 mana spells, whether it be mage or warlock, that are very, very solid. Even looking at Druid with Wild Growth. So this card was very good. Competitive, statted, very, yeah, something evil. I can't believe I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, Dyslexia, you're right. Something evil. I can't believe I can't remember this. D Karen with the follow, welcome as well. But yeah, this card was really good, chat. Like surprisingly good. And I think it's the discover what makes it good, because you get to pick what you need, and most of the time you're gonna pick a spell that like works for you. Like you're not gonna pick some random effect. What up, Queen? All right, Naga Giant. 20 mana, 8/8 Naga, costs 1 less for each mana you spent on spells this game. I mean, seems good, right? Full-blown evil. Thank you, Dyslexian. Much appreciated. Yeah. Naga Giant seems good. I didn't really see it have much impact in the theory crafting stream, but it just seems good in any spell-based deck, right? Just looking at Druid, looking at Warlock, looking at Mage, looking at maybe even Control Warrior, looking at Priest. It just seems good, right? Anything that can get discounted, anytime you can make like a 0 mana 8/8, seems like it could be good eventually, right? This inevitably becomes 0 mana, and 8/8s that we've seen in the past, like Flesh Giant and things of that nature, Sea Giant, Molten Giant, Giant, Pit Giant, you know, Naga Giant. These are cards that, you know, could be good. Gangplank Diver, 5 mana, 6/4 pirate. Clockwork Giant, I don't know about that guy, to be honest. I don't know about that guy. But most of the other giants, yeah. Most of the Clockwork Giant, Arcane Giant. I thought I was following on this account. Sorry, man. No, I appreciate it. Appreciate the follow, Disturbed. Welcome. Yeah, this guy seems, I didn't see this guy played, but I mean, I don't see why it's bad. It's only dormant for 1 turn, and it's immune while attacking. So it's got like the Hunter Ram Ranch attached to it, and it's a 6/4, and it has a rush. So, I mean, and it's a pirate. So maybe probably better randomly generated than not, but it's not a bad card. I'm sure it's a great arena card. I feel like that card's really good in arena, yeah, for sure. All right, another Murloc here. 3 mana, 2/4 Murloc, dormant for 1 turn, rush and poisonous. Again, another arena card I see. Another arena card I see. Could be good in Murloc, whatever, but I don't know. 1 mana 4/1 Beast Ornament for 1 turn rush. Okay, bad. Yo, this card was crazy. Yeah, so Queen Ashara, 5 mana 5/5. Battle Cry, if you cast 3 spells while holding this, choose an ancient relic. And as we know, the relics are as the following: Ring of the Tides. After you cast a spell, this becomes a copy of copy of it that costs 1. Horn of the Ancients, add a random colossal minion to your hand, it costs 1. The weapon, where you, after you cast a spell, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, lose 1 durability. And then you have the Tidestone, which is probably the worst of them all. It's normally the horn is like what I saw people picking the most, then the weapon, then the ring, and then Tide. So getting out early Colossals is always good. Using this card with Bran. So if you're going to use this card with Bran, chat, do not pick 2 horns. That is bait. You know why? You can pick 1 horn, then 1 ring. You play horn, then the ring turns into a horn for 1 mana. Instead of playing 2 3-mana horns, just go horn into Tides. It's 4 mana. You'll look smarter. Don't do what I saw other people do. Be the smart guy. You know why? Because you guys are good. And you're not bad. Don't brain too small me. Your brain is big because you watch me, baby. Yo, Slithering Death Scale, 7 mana 5/9 Naga, Battle Cry. If you cast 3 spells while holding this, deal 3 damage to all minions. We saw this played in Trumps, Reno, Quest, Highlander Priest. Seemed not bad. Kind of expensive. I'm not sure what to say about this one. It seems okay in a very, very slow deck. The fact that it does 3 damage to all enemies and it's statted super high, like, it's not bad. It's just not great. However, this card seemed pretty good. 3 mana 3/4 Naga, Battle Cry. If you cast a spell while holding this, draw a Naga. Very, very easy to get done. Like, this is very easy. You can swing this in any Naga deck, any spell deck. If you're playing any quest deck, I played this in my quest Guff Naga Druid deck, and playing this, and like, you play quest turn 1, and then like you can play this. And this is gonna find you like you're a Shara Queen or like another Naga that draws a Naga or whatever. So this card seemed really good. Baby Naga, or Baba Naga, 4 mana 4/4 Naga. If you've cast a spell while holding this, deal 3 damage. Seems good. Again, the requirements of this is only casting a spell. Like, that's not a lot. Casting 1 spell to deal 3 damage, it seems pretty good, and it's a Naga. So, and it's a common, so it's not that expensive. 4 mana 3/6 Battle Cry Dredge, reduces cost by 1. Okay, next. Piranha Swarmer, 1 mana 1/1. After you summon a Swarmer, gain +1 attack. This is just a token guy. We've been over it before. Seems fine, right? Like, it's just like a nice little fun Piranha card. I'm sure there people are going to do Piranha stuff with the bioluminescence to deal like big swing turns, but the Piranhas themselves is pretty cool. Yo, the Amalgam of the Deep. So a lot of like, I thought this card was amazing. I see a ton of play during the theory crafting stream. Whether you're playing any sort of archetypes, whether it's beasts, Nagas, pirates, you play. This is a 2 mana 2/3, and choose a friendly minion, discover a minion of the same type. So you're gonna get a lot of value out of this guy, and he counts as all minion types. And there's a lot of cards that say buff this, count as this. When you play this, do that. This card is really, really good. This guy synergizes with almost every deck that's out there right now, and you get a lot of value from him, and I'm a big fan of the value. I think this card's really good. I think this card is really, really good, guys. And he was very good for me in the theory crafting stream. Like, so good. Sir Finley. So, first thing I'm going to say about this card is so if you're a Warlock and you have the Rod out, and you play Sir Finley, he says swap your hand with the bottom of your deck, not draw the bottom of your deck. So your Ruined Mithril Rod will not work with Sir Finley. I have made this mistake. I have paid the price with a loss. because I Sir Finley'd a very good hand thinking it was gonna discount a new hand. And the only thing that was the new fucking asshole that my opponent ripped me when I did this. So Sir Finley, while being a very good card, he does not draw cards, he swaps cards. Very important wording here, boys and ladies. Yo, 4 mana, 4/5, Ambassador. Battlecry, put 3 colossal minions at the bottom of your deck. Obviously, we just covered the Reno, or the Sir Finley card, where he swaps the bottom of your deck with the cards in your hand. So obviously a very powerful combo there if they're both in your hand. I played Ambassador in quite a few of my decks that I had played along with Sir Finley. I didn't pull the combo off too many times, but there was a couple times where we did go Ambassador into Sir Finley and then go Colossal into Colossal and Colossal and then absolutely win the game. So while she's kind of slow, very situational, loses against aggro, she is a lot of, this is a very, very fun card. Blade Master, not going to cover this. We've seen this card for the past couple weeks now. It's a pretty fun card. We've got the Tuskar. It's a 2 mana 2/3 pirate battlecry dredge. Did I say she? Is it not a she? Is it a he? My bad. I was just he, she card. My bad. Yo, Tuskar Trawler, 2 mana 2/3 pirate. What's important is that you can play this and then you instantly get to dredge. And the dredge we've seen with the warrior is really good because we have the new 3 mana card that reduces the bottom 5 cards of your deck by 3. So dredging in warrior is very, very good. And it also allows you to get into that 3-drop so you can just keep curving out with a pirate warrior. So I did play this in pirate warrior and the card did seem really, really good. So pirate warrior seemed really freaking strong, guys. Between like the discounts and the dredge and Nelly, pirate warrior to me just felt stronger. Like pirate warrior felt really, really good, like really good. And you like it felt a little bit more control-y too, because the dredging made things take a little bit more time, but the swing turns you had were like really, really powerful. And then like Nelly was just kind of crazy. So yeah, pirate warrior was really, really good. So with that, that's going to be